All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the best fighting game you've never heard of in your entire life. Complete this year with Evo level commentary. I'm here with my good buddies Ryudo.
Yo, how's it going, everyone? Happy to be here for the barest of all time.
And Wobbly Python graces us as well.
I was invited to view this, and it's been described as a great game and a train wreck, and I hope that it's both.
It is absolutely both. So,
it is 100% both.
What if, let's set the stage here. You know, everybody talks about, right, like, is this game made by 14-year-olds or something, right, when they want to talk about bad games? Let's play a game that was actually made by literal 14-year-olds.
Hey, I think we're losing frame advantage to the music at the second.
Oh, probably. But we're going to go ahead and get started here, and we'll talk about it as we go. So I have to do the biggest trick of the run, and that is not accidentally select the wrong character.
What?
Yeah. The character select screen is rough.
Yeah, so this game will buffer your inputs, and you have to be very careful about it. So we're going to get started here. We're going to play Shadow Snake, because Shadow Snake's the best. Because it turns out every single character in the game is weak to one element, and that element is getting kicked in the crotch. So I'm going to go ahead and start this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, he was abducted from his time by Temporis, you know, like you do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the quick...
You were abducted from your time by Temporis? Like, what era are you from? 2022?
The quick story is in AD 100,000. They figured out how to time travel, and humans were like de-evolving or something, so they're going back in time. Temporis is going back in time to steal DNA. I don't even know.
But you have to figure out where the strongest DNA is. You gotta get your perfect cell on, go back to the past, and fight in combat to figure out where the strongest DNA is.
Yeah.
Real fake Minotaur, by the way.
So the fun fact about the Minotaur, right, this was literally made by 3 14-year-olds. They were going to stop motion him with clay. It wasn't going to work, so he became a worm instead. That worm, still weak to getting kicked in the crotch.
And you all might be sitting there as you watch this run and everything like that. It's like, wait, is the whole game like this? Where it's just like, yes, one, that is infinite for the fighting game side of things. That is pure infinite. You cannot escape it whatsoever. But part two, I have a theory about this game. The more complete the character was, the worse they are, because they actually added all their frames of animation and everything in there. But Shadow Snake, it was one of the younger brothers that they were babysitting, so they only had him probably for like one night, and they had to get all this capture in one night. And from then on out, there's like, well, he just has very short amount of frames, so he does everything very quick. He doesn't have any fillers. He's just attacking really fast. So when you have him compared to like other characters like Shojin, who's really complete, he's just way too good by comparison because he's incomplete. They don't have enough range for him.
Y'all were both right. This is incredible.
Yes.
So the kids did all the motion capture, everything by themselves. And you'll be able to see this, especially with other characters. Like Shojin, you know that's just like his like karate gi, right?
Right.
Also, Shojin is like super weak. But some of the other characters are like, it's very clear one of them has a super soaker as a weapon and all of this. It's amazing, right? I mean, we'll kind of dunk on this as like a really bad fighting game, but I sincerely love this game.
I feel like Shojin is adding a grounded reality to this game that it needed. Like, if I got kicked in the nuts 3 times, I'd be down.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Shojin's like that, yeah, like that part of every show that's like, oh, here's a normal person McGee asking all the real questions and saying, hey, what's going on here? You know, that's our step into the game. And then from then on out, you know, it's Temporis being here like, oh, you have to face yourself. I believe in this proverb. I made a robotic version of you. And that's how we got mirror matches. Welcome to the Dark Forest. Oh, how many copies they sold? The answer is
0.
0.
It is legitimately 0.
Yes.
This got found later. They somebody found the shareware about it, and they reached out to the developer who found it on his old like floppy drives, and they tried to restore it as best they could. This is where we're at. It's all released for free. You can go download this online and play it however you want. It's wonderful.
And as a fun fact for that last stage, why is everything in green? Because it's nighttime. You have night vision on. You can't see in the dark when you're in the dark forest. No, we gotta put the light vision on so you can see the DNA battle going down.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Sorry, I got a little bit excited when I was talking about the dark forest, and I didn't spill my coffee. I mean, this game's just too much for me, so.
I can imagine this is a lot to take in.
And allegedly, this game has a what they call the modem mode, so I think it might have net play, or at least an attempt at it,
Yeah.
which is legitimately insane because we can barely get net play in some cases for other games.
Also, I want you to take a look at the health bars. It's that sine wave, and the more it flattens out, the less health they have.
The closer to death you become, as
Yeah.
you do in math. So that was Farrakhan. Farrakhan's probably like the second best character in the game, who also has an infinite, but unfortunately, you're seeing it a little bit from a Corndan here, where he starts off the match and he's kind of like running at the opponent. One, that move's invincible, so...
It preempts everything.
And because of the lack of frames, it's faster than everything, and it's the fastest way to get in it, and it stuns the opponent at the same time as well. So, Farrakhan does not have anything that works as well as that. So, but once Farrakhan gets in, has a very, multi-kick infinite, you keep doing it until you win, and you're happy.
The real truth of the matter is Farrakhan probably would be a better character, except Shadow Snake's low kick doesn't knock them back. Like the high kicks, the punches, like everything from everybody else also knocks them back. For whatever reason, Shadow Snake doesn't. And so since his low kick is a 2-frame animation, literally you just stun them in place.
Yeah, make sure they don't move or anything like that. You keep it tricky.
Wait, this is a 2-frame kick?
It's a 2-frame kick.
Bad guy would be proud.
Yeah. Get the few Guilty Gear players out there just like, man, so bad guys, 5K for 3 frames is really hecked up. And then we're sitting here and Barris is like, yeah, that's just the law of the land. That's slow.
Snake like, hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer, my 14-year-old
Is the kick
beer.
also plus on block? As soon as you start kicking them, you preempt everything.
Yep. Yeah, you cannot do anything.
Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit on this just so you can watch him. Oh, he's not going to pull it out.
He's not going to pull it out, but you can see the vacuum tubes he's having out his back there.
It's like pipe insulation with like a Halloween battle axe.
Yeah.
So his vertical beam here, right, it's a old Super Soaker 50.
The odds of actually pulling it out are just so...
He was starting to, and then I preempted it.
Yeah, otherwise he has the chest missile or the stomach missile, I guess is a better way to put that.
But it's literally a Super Soaker, like, 50, like the original Super Soaker. All right, now we're at, like, the last boss here. I'm going to let this go through.
Oh,
right?
you're going to watch
That's Tim Force. Oh, yeah, we're going to watch the whole thing, right? We got time.
There he is. Nothing wrong with that last boss whatsoever. That's definitely a 100,000-year-old dude.
No, he's just from AD 100,000. He could be like 14 years old for all I know.
It's true. It could also be 14 years old, but just happens to have access to a time machine.
Yeah.
We're asking the hard questions on
What have you done? Yeah, whatever. We don't.
Done.
Elves?
Oh yeah, dark
elves.
Didn't you know? Didn't you know, Wobbly Python? The elves.
No, my timeline hasn't converged with the elves yet.
Oh man, how embarrassing.
All right, so now we have like something they actually modeled in 3D. We don't know what Tim Ford is. It doesn't matter. We're gonna sit here for a while.
Yeah.
Tempores has like stupid amounts of health. But like everyone else, this is honestly, right here is where Shadow State saves time over everyone else. Because of that low kick, you don't have to readjust. Once you get in there, if you see that the points in the bottom right go up, you know you're doing damage.
You just have to kick for longer is the worst part about this match.
Now you might think to yourself too, like, how are you pulling off a consistent 2-frame mash? You don't have to. All you have to do is hold down the button.
Yes, that is a good thing to know, that if you just hold down the button, the game repeats your input every frame. So it happens automatically. You don't have to. You don't have to mash anything. You don't have to do anything crazy. The game's got your back.
I'm excited to see an emerging tourney scene for this. Let's go.
It's going to emerge and demerge in one singular day. It's going to be so fast. Yeah, you know what I'm going to be here for.
The grand prize is you don't have to play anymore.
You don't have to come back next week and play again.
Eventually, there's just one guy, and he's stuck in story mode forever.
Oh God! And here's the greatest part about story mode. Here's the trick ending coming up here. Keep your eyes.
This ending is so good.
It's so good.
And that's time. By the way, I guess that's technically world record.
Yeah, you beat my time that I
beat
just
your time.
like 10 minutes ago.
There's
our ending.
World records.
We did it. There's the ending.
There's the ending. There it is.
Here's what happened, right, when they tried to recover the game. They were off of old floppies from whatever. Not all of it, so there's some of it that's corrupted. It won't load. There is technically an ending. We just can't access it.
What a twist! The world ends when you defeat Temporis, as it goes.
Right.
I love this. This is the best way to end a video game.
So with that, we're finished. Thank you once again to my commentators, Ryudo and Wobbly Python, for coming out and commentating with us with me. But with that, let's go ahead and throw it back to the hosts.